Thank you, Facebook Live replayers. We're excited to get started and share a ton of incredible information with you. And I'll let Darren start here in a second, and then I don't know, maybe it goes Lance after that, Preston. But we're excited as a lot of you are joining us from all over the world. Some of you are watching the replay. And again, if you're watching right now in Spanish, we will get this translated.
Sí, sí.
Vamos a traducir a todo mañana. No voy a hablar más en español.
Entre los próximos 24 horas vamos a traducir todo para que ustedes tengan toda la información. Entonces, muchas gracias por mirar este video. Vamos a traducirlo para ustedes prontísimo. ¿Escucharon? All right, guys. Are we ready to rock, Preston? Or
we're ready.
Before we get started, though, I want to introduce you guys. Lance Conrad, president of Divvee Social for all the affiliates. Rob Sperry here, master trainer. Now, that's one of the questions I've been hit with a lot. Who the heck is Rob Sperry, right? Rob Sperry's been one of my business partners for a few years, but one of the premier trainers in network marketing. Just so you guys know, he has a phenomenal following. People always say I use that word, so I'm going to stick to it. A phenomenal following across companies, from owners to corporate to affiliates. Doesn't really matter. Also third party. He's dealing with attorneys in network marketing. He's dealing with all kinds of people. And Rob Sperry has that relationship, been able to bridge that gap and walk in all these different circles and maintain incredible integrity with all these different parts to network marketing. One of my good friends, I've already made an intro on Lance, but then Preston here, we call him Ace. Preston Ace is our CMO over marketing and been exceptional. One of the things about Preston is he's sharp, learns extremely fast, and fortunately he doesn't have a big giant head, so he works with us. He's very humble and gets things done. That's probably the most important thing, is he gets crap done. So we're blessed to have him on board with us. We're starting this Facebook Live, right? I know all you guys, we got a bunch of people here. I wish we could turn the camera, but we have a bunch of the leadership locally representing you that are watching us. We were asked last week, getting nailed, right, Lance? Call after call after call. We were all getting hit up with texts, Facebook, everything. And we made a decision right then and there, guys. We gotta do better on our communication. I've said that. You guys have heard me say that. So we decided that we were going to have this Facebook Live, do a Q&A. And Preston, are we going to turn this camera around so they can see them later, or just no? Okay. Well,
random voices.
A lot of random voices, but they're all sitting right here staring at us. They got their clubs and bats out, right? So, anyways, we decided that there's a secret to business that I've learned, and that is transparency. I'll share a bad story. I had an incredible business failure, where in one night, when AIG went under, I lost every single dollar that I ever had. And it was one of those situations where you want to jump off a big building and commit suicide. It was that drastic. And in one night, I lost millions and millions of dollars. And I had to figure out, well, what the freak do I do? And I was sitting there, and it took me a couple of weeks. First, I cried a whole bunch, guys. It hurts. I was already retired. I had all the money I wanted in the bank. And I lost everything, literally in one night. And the decision I made was, well, these are relationships. These are business relationships that I've had for years in South America, and Brazil, and Central America, and the Caribbean, and in Asia. I had these relationships everywhere. And I made a decision. I spent the next 5 to 6 months going and flying and meeting with every single one of my business partners, explaining what happened. I laid it all out there, said, I love you, I'm sorry. My company's bankrupted. I literally lost everything. But I learned that it's transparency and being truthful, that integrity is what maintained it. Today, I still have pretty much every single one of those relationships because of transparency. And when these guys, all three of them, called me up this weekend and said, hey, this is one of the things we should do, I was 100% on board with you guys. So thank you for those phone calls, and for many of you also that asked, can we do something like this? Thank you. This is the reason why we're doing it. We're calling it a State of the Union to kind of give you guys where we are right now. We're going to open it up. We know a bunch of the questions. Preston here is going to share with us a number of the questions, and we're going to answer them. But then we have you guys here right now also asking us questions, and this isn't scripted. We're going to tell you what we know. If there's something we don't know, we're also going to admit that. But I think we have a pretty good handle on most of them. So that's why we're sitting here. Thank you for taking time to be on this. Thank you for taking the time to rewatch this, right? And let's fire away.
Payouts? I think you want to just jump on that right now.
Yeah, so starting before payouts, I think the thing is you got to take responsibility. I love that's what Darren just did. I haven't been here forever. I was not here at the beginning when there was the massive momentum or anything like that. So I actually came in just in the last several weeks or just over a month, and I've been able to sit in all these meetings where I'm able to see all of the strengths, but also see all of the weakness. And despite all of that, I'm still here. And the reason is because I see what this can be. I see the direction that it's headed. I see that it's a new industry created. So taking responsibility for corporate and understanding what's gone on and what's been said, that's the very first thing. So how do you take responsibility? I think at the very beginning what happened is corporate was getting information from third-party partners, and they would give best case scenario. Then what would happen is corporate would get really excited and give that best case scenario, thinking that's just normal and average what was given to us, right, or given to them, and they would relay that to the affiliates. Then the affiliates would go, and some of them would give that exact same information. Unfortunately, others, as we know, a lot of times as affiliates or distributors, I know I've been in the industry for 9 years, would exaggerate that information even more, and the message got lost. And that's where it comes back to, first off, taking that responsibility of now what corporate's doing, and I love, is they're vetting those third-party relationships rather than just giving best case scenario. They're doing trials and testing, as many of you have already seen that, to see what it is and what it isn't, what it really will pay out and what it won't. So it's not always just thinking best case scenario. And so there's a better process and system in place. So those were some of the mistakes, even though the intentions were good, is where that happened. And now that's where you can have a lot more confidence, as you've noticed, even the last 3 weeks, 4 weeks, where the communication, even when it is there, is a lot more just, this is exactly what it is. Because as Darren said, you've got to create those long-term partnerships. And the only way you can do that is if you're 100% transparent and honest with everything. And corporate's always been 100% and honest and transparent, right? But they were just going off best case scenario. Now it's vetting that process. So coming with payout, where people are like, well, I thought I was going to get paid out more. Nobody knew exactly what was going to get paid out until that money actually came in. So what I admire the most about corporate is, and I don't think anybody knows this, corporate paid 100%, not 50%, 100% of what came in from your actions. Because it was so low, they said, you know what? We need to take the hit. We're going to pay that 100% because we're in it for the long term. So that should give you confidence of where their hearts and where their intentions are. Now you may say, well, that sucks. If I got paid 100% and it wasn't that much, I'm bummed. No, you also have to have vision as a pioneer. That's why there are a lot more services being integrated right now that many of you are in testing and in trial, and those will be integrated so that we can have each person get paid more per action. So per action, per person, and the goal is to steadily increase that. We're not going to say we're going to have X amount of services by next month. We're not going to say it's going to be worth X amount because we don't know that. What we are going to say is we are going to do our freaking best, and we're going to keep improving it. We're going to get it better and better, and we're going to have that progress. And sometimes the progress is going to jump up like that, and other times it's going to go like this and jump back a little bit. That's part of being a pioneer. That's why I have so much respect for all of you, because 90% of people can't handle change at all. Everything has to be perfect. And to be a pioneer, you have to be able to go through a lot of those changes, and that's why we're going to do a better job of communicating those things to you so that you can be better prepared.
Awesome. So I want to jump on a little bit of my responsibility real quick. As we talk about taking responsibility, we know that one of the hardest things for you guys has been the fact that you didn't really know what to say. We are giving you best case scenario, and now it's like, okay, now we're going to take that information we just got from corporate, and we're going to create our stuff so we can go recruit. Because you weren't being given recruitment videos, all that sort of stuff. And the issue with that was we had so many people out saying so many different things. And that falls into compliance, that falls into us tracking those people down, and making sure that people are on the same message. With the way we're going right now, and as we've been vetting this stuff, and as we have Rob and Lance and Darren and myself and a huge team here working together to make sure that our message is clear rather than many different things, we're able to create those. Had we created you videos 3 months ago, how different would that video be today than it was 3 months ago? How different would it be had we made a video in October and we're using that video to sell stuff and all of a sudden everything's wrong again? So we want to make sure that as we release these new videos and the new information, the new marketing material for you to use to recruit people, that they are accurate and concise so that you know that the stuff coming from corporate is going to be followed through with rather than being out there creating your own, because that's something we have to rein in. And that was also one of the issues. We knew this come in January, that we had so many videos out there saying so many things about what we were going to do, that even our third-party partners were saying, we can't work with you because you have so many people saying stuff about you that's crazy. So we need to rein that in, and we're going to make sure we're providing you with accurate and concise marketing materials to be able to build your teams.
And I'll throw in my 2 bits there too. Change in a startup company, change is part of the process. I mean, you go through an ideation process. You try this, you pivot here, you integrate this, and typically, if you're in a smaller company, everybody's aware of these changes and how they affect everybody. And if there was 100 people, it's just not that big of a deal. If there's 1,000 people, we can manage the messaging. The problem with this is that Divvee is a startup company, and we're going through growing pains and we're going through change. But there's hundreds of thousands of people that have great passion for what we're building, and millions of people watching. You know, if each of you just had a few friends paying attention to what you're doing, millions of eyeballs are focused on this startup company. And what we know is that we need to be better about our communication. We need to be clear about what we can deliver, when we can deliver it, and then we message it to the field and leak it to the leaders and then get it a launch date. And so we're going to do a better job of vetting each one of our products, strategizing each one of our launches, and treat this company like this huge company that it is, as opposed to the startup that it also is. And so, yes, we're going to get clearer about the messaging, and we're going to be communicating with you about what we believe we vetted, we know, and we can deliver on. And so you'll get less communication, less hype, less things that are coming, but the things that you do get will be things that we can deliver on.
Yeah.
It's crazy. This is the craziest startup I've ever seen. Because usually, I'm telling you, I was in the very beginning. 2,000 people is what we wanted. We exceeded that a couple hundred times more. So when you say we're a startup, we're not a startup. It's absolutely true. Every eyeball in the world is watching us. So we've got to really nail down what it is that we're sharing. So that's why we have this team.
So as we're on payouts for a few more minutes here, and we'll jump back on that. One of the 2 of you, I know you may even know a bit more information as you've been on with Derek, you've been on with the CFO, making sure where we're at and what happened. We talked about paying out 100% of what came in. You still have a lot of people who are like, well, I didn't get anything, or I'm not able to get into GPG, or that sort of stuff. Can we have some answers on that? I can throw in some as well if you want.
I've got details on the 30 cents. I got details on GPG. You want that right now?
Yeah, jump into it.
All right, GPG. I was on the phone with the CEO today. You guys are not going to like this. Get ready. We had hackers once again hack our system, and they were internal. Okay, guys? This is our own affiliates hacking GPG. All right? We had a couple of programs, malware written out of Colombia. We've tracked it down to 2 people. And Friday, they brought the entire system down. Now, we as leaders need to talk to our teams and emphasize over and over and over the importance of following the rules. There's no need to go hack our system that are trying to pay you. Okay, that's what happened. And so Friday, it got smashed. We tracked it down to 2 IPs. And the entire weekend, all Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I've been on the phone with them. Fortunately, today I was on the phone with the CEO again. He was laughing because he goes, "You guys warned us. Divvee, we warned them. For some reason, we have some affiliates, and every affiliate we find that breaks the rules, we terminate them immediately. There's no ifs, ands, or buts anymore. There's no, hey, let's figure out, no, you're terminated." So we've put some more programming now with our partners on a couple of things. There's 3 security measures that I'm actually not going to share with you. And the reason why is because whoever's watching this and listening, they'll go around it now that we know what we put in place. But we put 3 security measures in there to deter and actually identify, and we'll track it down to the affiliate number so we know exactly and immediately who you are, and we'll terminate you. But on the good side, it's been resolved, and very shortly, I won't give you a time, I won't give you a day, but very shortly I know that'll be back up, and then you'll be able to get your pay. If you look in your back office, you will see the commissions that you're owed. Okay, so it's there. The actual money was sent. I don't remember who I was talking to, but we sent that last Monday. The reason why we have to send it so far in advance is because when you do a wire, you've got 24, 48 hours for it to clear. Then they send it out to all the accounts, and you got another 24, 48 hours. So that money hit many of you, your accounts. Many of you did get paid. All the rest of you that didn't, it's because the systems went down, because we had the hackers. And so just a heads up once again, guys, let's follow the rules. I am going to share something else that really ticks me off. I'm pissed. And this is because these were my relationships that got smoked. One of the questions is, why in the heck? We were supposed to get paid this much money, right? Well, it didn't happen. And I'll tell you why. When we had those emulators hit, my contracts that were at this amount, should I go over numbers exactly or not? I mean, you went over it a little bit. Yeah, you already covered it. So we were getting paid 30 cents, you guys. 30 cents. When the emulators came out and hit, my contract got hit by 90%. That means you lost 27 cents that day. That's 90% of your commission check disappeared. Then we had a big giant leadership. We brought a bunch of leaders in, all the top leaders from the company all came in. And I remember exactly, I still remember the call. It was a Tuesday night, and at 11:45 I got a call from one of my partners, and my partner said, blankety blank blank blank, some of your guys have done this and this and this, and I'm like, and they said, well, let's talk tomorrow, and I'm like, okay, cool, what do you mean? So we had a call the next day at 11 a.m. Wednesday, and they said, this is what's happened. Many of your affiliates have called our company asking for commissions and points. Okay, guys, we told you, we're working on it, we're putting it together. That doesn't mean you call our partners up and demand commissions and points. So not only do we have affiliates saying negative things about us, but they also said it about our partners. The second it went social and people started posting about my partners, what do you think they did? Jeremy, guess.
They killed it.
Juan? Killed it, Dave?
Yep.
That's exactly what they did. They said, we can't have this type of press. We've been in business for 15 years, international in 100 plus countries. We can't have this. So Darren, here's your new contract. 0.8 cents an action. Okay, I went from 30 cents down to 0.8. Our comp plan, we divide it by 10 and pay 10 levels up. 0.08, guys. That means to get a penny, you got to do 12 actions because of a few hundred affiliates that decided to not follow the rules and break it. Now, our partners have been doing this for a long time, and they've made millions of dollars, which is why I was so jacked out of my mind to bring this to Divvee and make this happen, because we're changing the game. We're changing the game so much that we're not only getting eyeballs from affiliates, I'm getting it from all the advertisers and all the marketing in the world. They're all watching us saying, holy cow, you guys are onto something. But while we're discovering ourselves, we're breaking all the rules at the same time, and we can't hurt the income, the cash flow, the revenue sources to all my partners. So they're saying, okay, let's hold back a little bit. Let's let you guys figure out your stuff. So we've had to go backwards, put programming in their place to protect us from the very few affiliates that somehow can't keep the rules. Once again, we're terminating affiliates on the spot. Now, please understand, these are only a couple of our relationships. We have a ton more. I don't even want to tell you anymore what we have because we don't want to ruin those until we have it all dialed in. And you guys have heard of the bundle, you've heard of the services, we're working on all of it.
Hey Darren, I was just going to say, I think the main thing to understand about that though is if I'm going to put myself in a distributor affiliate standpoint, it doesn't matter how well I teach, I don't want to be punished for what they do. And we understand that, but it takes time to put those processes and programs in place. So when he says those are already being in place, each time they're getting better and better and put in place so that you aren't punished. Because even if you are doing what's right, it's awful if somebody in some other state or some other country that has nothing to do with you, you did everything you're supposed to, you're punished. We realize that. We feel that pain. It punishes the company, it punishes you, it punishes everybody. So if it isn't your fault, we feel awful. But at the same time, we're just being transparent so you understand what happened. And and what we're going to do is continually add more and more processes so that doesn't happen and can't happen. If it happens again, it will be less often. Another process and another process. Just like every company, the difference is normally, like Lance said, you're going like this. We went from here to here, right? And so we expect to have the processes here. That's impossible. It is not possible. It won't happen. It's going to take time to put the process in place. So that's all I would say.
So something to wrap up on that. The reason why, even though we've had all these problems, why I'm still jacked out of my mind, still showing up here, still going full speed, not walking away, sitting in front of you, the reason why is because I can't even understand how we can get lower than this. and I've got, we have deals in the pipe that are exciting. They're very exciting. But when you're getting paid 0.8, dividing that by 10, there's nowhere but up. And we have a lot of things that we're excited about.
So, okay, here's another tough one. We're gonna go with. I mean, we got a lot of tough questions, but here's a tough one. After Friday, we had people not getting their money or not getting even nearly what they expected. They were committed to, and well, it may be up to you, Darren.
Oh boy!
This is really a Divvee fiscal fitness kind of question. You know, people can calculate, hey, we've got 250,000 people, everyone put in $25. There's millions of dollars out there that people are just taking home, right? People don't understand that when we talk about our 250 and now close to 300,000 people, that a lot of those we didn't get paid on because our systems weren't working, right? A lot of, and so those are some of the questions. People want to make sure that we're not running off with their money. So if we want to talk about, people are claiming that we've got huge investment dollars from Microsoft and Disney and all this stuff, wherever that's coming from.
I never wanted you to bring that up in this live because somehow someone promotes it. But
we do not have anything like that. Let me clarify. We do not have anything like that. But we need to address it because it is probably one of our biggest fights out there right now. As Lance and Rob are getting these calls and I'm getting messages and and everyone's getting hit. How have we been functioning up to today, and what are we doing to make sure we can continue functioning? Yeah, so do you want to add anything to that before I start?
No, go for it. That's a good one for you.
The money that we've been living off of has been from investment. We've been focused every single penny back into the company. Haven't been on vacation. Haven't bought a new car, haven't bought houses, nothing like that. You guys, every single penny. The way we see it is very simple. If we can't help the affiliate win, then we don't win. And that's what you need to understand about us. My partners, Richard and Troy, and I, and then all the executives here have a deep understanding, a background of what it's like to be an affiliate. That's what I've spent my last 7 years doing. And we have focused on making the process, making the technology, making the systems work for the affiliate. If it doesn't work for the affiliate, then we don't really have a business. If we were going to cash checks, we would cash checks and walk and say peace and bye. That's not what we're doing. We're still in the fight. We're going to be in the fight. I'm not walking away until this thing happens, because this is, I've never seen such potential to change the world from a few different points of view, from the marketing world, but from the affiliate world. I was just in Japan a couple days ago, sitting down with the entire leadership in the country, and it blew my mind how much support we had, simply because they believe in the concept of Divvee, the fact that we're changing the industry. Not a large sign up, $50, that's nothing. No monthlies, unheard of in network marketing. No product or inventory that you need to store in your garage. We're doing everything that we have hated as affiliates. We've gotten rid of those things. And we've changed the industry just with that alone, that the majority of the company, so thank you to you guys, but the majority of the leadership, I'm talking 95, 96% of the whole company, is happy as can be, knowing that they believe in the vision that we have and what we've already done as far as the very basics. So, are we buying houses, going on vacations? No, none of that's happened. The money is spent strictly here in the company, making it better, making it so the system works. One of these freaking days, we're all going to go on a vacation, sit in Cancun, and have a good time and relax. I'm dying for that day. What else, Preston, you want me to throw in there?
Well, and that's the piece here, is that I get to represent the affiliates. And so I'm in a lot of these meetings, asking a lot of these questions that you guys have, that I'm getting from you, and trying to find the answers. And the interesting thing on this side of the equation here is that every meeting they're trying to find better ways to pay you, how to pay you more, how to increase commissions. And it's not about how they make more money, it's about how you guys can win. And so it hasn't produced what we wanted yet, but it's produced enough for us to know that the model works, and now it's about making the model work better. And so that's the exciting thing. Yeah, it wasn't what we were hoping, but it worked. And then now we improve it. And that means every time we bring in new clients, we get new payouts, we negotiate better deals in advance, and your checks go up for doing the same things. And so these guys are working on it. We're all working behind the scenes on delivering you a fantastic product that exceeds your expectations.
So Lance and Rob, you can jump in on this too. I want to piggyback on that and talk about a couple of concerns when we talked about travel, when we talked about shopping stuff, the new benefits that we're trying to add in. One of the questions is, well, we were committed this at one point, and then it changed to this, and now is it changing to this? Can we talk about why we want to put travel and shopping in there and these other things, and why those are valuable to us and actually really valuable to the affiliates and what we're trying to do with them?
Yeah, so we know there's a couple sides of this equation. One of them is, especially as we expand, we need inventory. We need inventory in the U.S. We need clients that want to advertise with us. We need relationships that we can develop, cultivate, so they know who we are, we know who they are, and we can work together. And that becomes more complicated as we take this all around the world. We also know, as we've proven so far, is it's a work in progress, and it's going to continue to change and get better and improve, and we're going to find different types of inventory and different types of advertisers. But this could be a process we're working on throughout the year to make it better. So what we've been working on behind the scenes are what are some benefits that we could give affiliates that they would feel like they got way more value for being a part of Divvee than they paid. You paid a membership fee, it wasn't extremely expensive. What if we could provide value that far exceeds your expectations as you wait for rank and share in your country, in your marketplace? And so we've been negotiating on these contracts. We thought they were a little further along a few weeks ago, but we want to make sure that by the time we roll them out, we've vetted them, we know what we're getting, and that we can deliver on them. And so we have some really cool benefits that you, as affiliates, are going to get just for being a part of Divvee. And why is that cool? Well, even if we don't have rank and share in, let's say, Bolivia, just made that up, the benefits could be there now while we cultivate the relationships with the advertisers to deliver rank and share. And so affiliates would have a reason to start building and promoting and growing our affiliate base in Bolivia while the rank and share develops. Now, these benefits have ways that you can get rewarded too. And so as we roll those out, we'll explain the rules and why you want to be a part of them. But the goal is to provide value that exceeds your expectations.
And not all benefits will be available in all countries. You know, we're working to find the benefits to supply everywhere, but everybody's not everywhere, so we're working the best we can on that. To jump on that, I want to jump on to rank and share for just a minute. We've talked about rank and share. The reason why rank and share is the base of the company is when Darren and Richard and Troy got together originally with some of Darren's partners, the thought was, how can we provide a way for every single day someone to get in and do some small stuff and be able to earn an extra income? Our goal is the same. 1 million Divvee members making $500 a month. Once we hit that goal, because we will hit that goal, it's just going to become 2 million. It's going to become 20 million. What can we do to change the world? And I know everyone's heard about hope to confidence to community to change. We made that on purpose because we realize that you've been living in a hope sector right now. Divvee has been something that could potentially change your whole lives. I don't even think I can understand what that would change in someone's life that's not in the U.S. $500 to me is a lot. $500 to someone else, somewhere else in the world, could be a whole lot more. And so as we build this, keep in mind that rank and share is not going anywhere. We're not changing the name. People have asked if we'll change the name of rank and share because maybe it didn't make sense. It makes sense. And you'll understand why. As this builds to a final product, understand this is one of our products, but it's the foundation of what we do because it's what's going to make you the ability to raise an income and to build your life into something so much more. It's not going anywhere. That is our foundation, and it will continue to be our foundation. But if we can give you awesome benefits on the side, wherever we can provide them to, we're going to do it. We're going to do everything we have possible. We've created a buying power right now of 300,000 people around the world. Imagine what we're able to get at 1 million, at so much more, how much buying power we can have and what better benefits we can give to all of you. Good on that? Any other input? Okay, great. With that, I think we kind of hit on biz dev a little bit when we talked about those other products. You've talked about it a little bit. We have an amazing team. I mean, our team here is one of the best teams I have ever worked with, ever. And our business development team that is going out to find the clients to bring to you are working day and night and bringing testing pieces in to put to you day and night. Understand that when we send out testing to you, we can't send out testing to all 250,000 people. We send it out to the people that fit that criteria, that we know can give answers quickly so that we can test. The sooner we're done testing, the sooner we can put it live. And so as we do that, we've had some people who've received tests, and then they send it on to other people, and everyone says, oh, well, this thing's not working. That doesn't mean the system doesn't work. It just means our partners come to us saying, hey, we want you to test this with 500 people before we turn it on live. 1,000 people, 20 people, whatever it is, and so we got to send a test out. So we're very appreciative of all of the affiliates and all of you who have been part of the big testing as we did a run throughout February that generated some commissions, but also in the testing that doesn't generate anything. There are a lot of people out there who are getting zero to be able to test. And some of the tests do pay out, but we're working on that the best we can. Good? Okay.
Yeah, I was just going to say thanks, you guys. We pushed out 3 tests a day alone, but we are pushing out tests every single day. I've turned the heat up because our initial 5 tests went so well that my partners are starting to open the doors a little bit more and give us more and more inventory. That's the whole point, you guys. We got a chicken and an egg situation. You got inventory, you got technology, and you got people. Okay, people to do it your opinion. That's what they want. Well, they won't give you the inventory unless you have this. Well, you need this to get that. And so it's a growing pain that we go through. It's a growing pain that we're going through right now. And I think we mentioned before, but we have certain goals in certain countries that we need to have a certain amount of people. Whether that be 100,000 people in the U.S., whether it's 200,000 we need in Japan, or is it 50,000 in Colombia. These numbers are different for every single partner that we deal with. So it is this 2017 year is fun, it's exciting, but it's growing. It's learning how we do things different to make it work for what they're doing too.
Yeah, I want to throw one more thing on. We're going to jump on international expansion in a minute here, but we're getting a lot of people asking about dates. And about that stuff. You know, when we were hitting back in November, October, we made a commitment of January 1st. And then, oh, it's coming. And we made these commitments. And again, this jumps back to what we talked about before, where Rob talked about best case scenario. We took our partners at what they told us and said, this is where it's at. And then we created our own best case scenario, and we shared that out there.
So remember, our partners have been doing this for years.
Yep.
So it's not a matter of whether they could do it. It was whether we could do it.
Whether we
with
can
them.
implement.
Yeah, implement.
And as we look at that, when we talk about dates and when people are asking us, one commitment we can make today. I'm not putting a date out there, guys. Don't you stress.
I'm waiting to see what he says. What's he announcing?
When we talk about vetting, when we talk about the app, when we talk about websites or dashboards or all that stuff, moving forward, we don't give you a date of when you're going to get something unless we know it works, right? We've made dates up to this point, and then we come down to the night of. I remember Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve?
Oh my gosh, I was here until forever late because we wanted this live for people to work on, the enrollment process. Man, we enrolled a lot of people. But we also enrolled a lot of fake people because it made duplicates of all this stuff. It was crazy. There are going to be hiccups. There are going to be things that we got to fix, we got to shift. But we don't want it to be big things. We want it to be things that we find along the way that we can fix. There's going to be bugs. It's technology. That's what we're working with today.
Well, like GPG. We tested that for a couple of weeks. We moved money, we paid affiliates in Colombia, we paid them everywhere. And we knew it worked. We weren't ready for the hackers, right? That was another fun surprise.
So what we're committing to is that when you hear a date coming from corporate, when you hear a date of it's going to be blah, 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 whatever day, I'm not putting a day out there. I'm not. When you get those dates of this is what's going to be delivered, we're delivering on that. But we had to get through this trial where we've been trying to catch up for so long. We just have to ask for a little bit more patience with us, but the ability to know and to trust. And we know that trust is built. We know that we've got to deliver on dates that we commit to so that you can start building that trust. But that's what our main goal is so that you know exactly what's happening.
Yeah, so cut to the chase. We've lost a lot of trust because we haven't delivered. The only way to establish trust back is to deliver. That's the only way.
Yeah.
So it's up to us that we have to do it.
Okay, international expansion.
Yes, so international. That's a great question, and really ever since I've been here, it's been hurry up, but slow down. And when I showed up here, it had gone so viral and so fast, it was like, we're going to release Divvee in 90 countries tomorrow. Let's get ready. And then it was like, wait a second, how are we going to translate the websites? How are we going to do customer service? How are we going to do marketing material? How are we going to get business development in place? How are we going to support 90 countries when we haven't figured it out in the US yet? And so we've been trying to slow down, figure out the pieces, get it right so that we can duplicate it. So here's where we're at. We are right now, we've put a freeze on everything so that we can get it right in the US and Colombia. Those are the two countries that we've committed to right now. So we're going through putting in new business development relationships, putting different types of inventory into the back office, cleaning up and making the enrollment process easier and faster. And we want to be able to deliver that effectively in those two countries. On deck, behind those countries, we have several other countries that we're really close on, and we could go live in really quickly. I mean, it wouldn't take much, but knowing that we could deliver. And that would be Peru, Mexico, Brazil, Canada. Those are the next countries that are... Japan's a little further out. Yeah, Japan's on deck, but they're a little further out. The process in Japan's going to take a little bit longer. So let's stick with that core group right there. And we can turn them on. When we get it right in the US and Colombia, we will give you dates we will give you launch dates, legalization dates, and a schedule to go live in Peru, in Mexico, in Brazil, and in Canada. And they will be very close behind the US and Colombia. Then what we'll do is we'll look at other emerging markets. We know the UK is an emerging market. We know there's a couple others that have a lot of traction and a lot of excitement. And what we'll do is we'll work with our legalization team, we'll work with our business development team to make sure that we can deliver, and then we'll get the legal date. We'll know when we're going to be legal. We'll get the business development in place. Then we'll give you a date that we're going to go live, and we'll put a whole launch plan in place to build towards that launch event. And so as soon as we have it nailed in the US and Colombia, we'll put launch dates for Mexico, for Peru, for Brazil, and for Canada. And we'll put a pre-launch process in place. And we'll actually do events in the pre-launch process in those countries, and then we'll do big kickoff events and launch events in those countries appropriate. So yes, international is a big part of what we're doing, but it doesn't make sense to go and have the same problems in Mexico today that we're having here in the US. Let us get it right, and then we'll worry about expanding it and growing it around the world.
Well, okay, so a couple more hard questions. This may jump off of international expansion. Again, a lot of hard questions. We're excited to get to some of the leaders here and to answer these questions. I got a lot of people yelling at me about UK. We're doing everything we can to get to everywhere we can, but we sure don't want to deliver you something that's subpar, like we already have to the people who are already dealing with us. We want to fulfill with our commitments, and we know we've been saying, wait. If I deliver you something today, you're just going to be yelling at me tomorrow. So I don't want to be yelled at more. We're going to give it to you as soon as possible. We don't have exact dates on everywhere yet. And as Lance and I talked, we're making those dates, and we're going to get it to you as soon as we possibly can.
And we're actively working on getting inventory for these markets beforehand so that we are ready. We're actively already working on legalization on all of these markets now. So it's not like just wait last second, oh, now let's see if we can open it. No, all of those markets that have any sort of traction are being worked on right now, so we can start to go through that process so that we're better prepared. But as Preston just said, and Lance, we just want to make sure that it's ready when we open it, because the last thing you want to do is pitch something to your friends and family, and you're all excited, and then it's like, oh, what's this? So that is our promise.
Okay.
Q&A time or what?
Not really.
Oh.
We'll come to that.
Raising your hands, folks. Good.
Not yet.
Just a sec.
Just get us through this list.
Okay, so I'm going to jump on a couple things real quick. Customer service. We are working to expand our customer service. It sure is a tough thing to give customer service in multiple different languages. And because we have so many people in so many countries, we're trying to build a team to be able to service all those people. Right now, just like we're talking about making our stuff work in the US and in Colombia, we're going to be providing customer service both in Spanish and in English still. That's what we're working on. We need a bigger team. We're building a bigger team. As funds grow, as our stability grows, we can just bring on an even bigger, not better, our team's really good. Our customer service team are here, I think, more than anybody, and they are working all of the time. We ask that as you deal with the customer service team, they don't create policy, they can't make any changes in the way things are working outside of helping the best they can. Please be kind. Please work with them. They are doing their best. You don't know how many of these customer service people come in, pounding down our door saying, how can I help them better? We're trying to make it so it's possible for them to help you better, but please be kind. Moving past that, yeah, we'll get to that. Yeah. So
we can do another one if needed too.
Yeah. Another one of the questions is about your matrix in the back office. When can you see your tree? One thing we don't want to do, those who are here during direct sale, and this is 3,000 people. We got 100 times that amount. We brought that system to its knees because people were building and building and building, and it would just stall and it would stop. We are trying to develop a really awesome, amazing way for you to see your team, see the health of your team, see how you can help build, see who's having issues, all that stuff. That doesn't mean we're going to deliver in the exact same way that you're used to and seeing a 3x3 matrix. If we can do that because that's the best way for it to work, we'll do that. But if we can provide a better way so that you know, but so it's not bringing Divvee down to its knees every time someone tries to see their tree of 50,000 people, we'd like to avoid that too. So we're working on some really awesome ways to show that inside of our dashboard, inside of the mobile app. We want everything to be mobile for you. That's going to transition me into a dirty question. iOS. I know that we're looking to have iOS. So in our transparency, let's tell you why we're not on iOS. Back in January, we were saying, hey, we've got iOS, it's tested, it's ready to go. Now we're going to get Android ready. And then we launched on Android. There's no iOS, and everyone's wondering, where is iOS? Apple is some finicky people, and they want some specific things. But one of the things that they're working really hard to do, 100%, is protect you. They've created an awesome platform for mobile devices, for mobile apps, but they want to protect you. And when we're submitting things that are, hey, come watch ads, come see these things, come earn money, Apple looks at it and says, what else are you going to give them? That's another reason why travel, why shopping, why these other benefits are really good to get into the apps, because then Apple looks at it and says, great, what they're paying for this, what they're buying from you has a lot of value. It was hard for Apple, just like you, to see value in what we were delivering at the moment. So as we've been developing and as we add these new things, we will get iOS up and running. It's not as easy to get in iOS as it is Android. We are working on both to improve both as fast as we can, and we'll get on iOS as fast as we can. We don't have a day. We don't. Once we can get these other pieces in there and we can test those, we make sure they're working, we're submitting to Apple. We're trying to get them to approve us. And we want you to have it as soon as possible. So thanks for your patience.
Preston, the cool thing about Apple is we've been back and forth with them so many times. We know them. We actually know exactly what they want. Those two services that Preston mentioned are what they're waiting for. So that's why we're getting an Android and then we'll resubmit. But we've been on the phone with those guys a whole bunch. And yeah, we're not ignoring it. We'll get there once we provide those two other benefits.
Okay, enrollments. People want to know, are we delivering better enrollments? What happened with this last enrollment system? Where are we going? I'll answer a bunch of those, but you guys have anything to start with that before I tear into that?
And they want to know when, right?
No, they don't care when.
No big deal. All right. Just wanted to answer that.
Yes, they definitely want to know when.
Exact time,
Yep.
day, everything.
And time.
7 p.m.
He didn't say which day.
Someday.
And it may not be 7 p.m.
Did you say son?
Okay. We don't know an exact date and time when we're turning enrollments back on. When we turn enrollments on at the beginning of February, and the end of February. It's March now. We're at the end of March. Sorry.
Yeah.
Beginning of March, we had some hiccups getting it going. We had that 4-day promotion we wanted to do. It's another date we committed to, and we had some hiccups and some problems. But it didn't take us a month to get it out. We turned it on. But we learned a lot. We learned a lot about who you are. And I'm gonna take the brunt of fault on this one. It's one of my jobs is to help build the system so that it is user friendly, so that it's good. We're working in our app that we've got right now. We're working on improving that. But one thing that I did is I thought about the millions we're going to have. I thought far into the future. Look at all the millions of people we're going to have. They need a nice, easy way. You press the invite, you choose who you're going to send it to. It's going to go out, they're going to enroll. Unlike all the rest of you, or some of you, maybe not all, I have never been in network marketing before. Never. So when I thought this through, I built the best system that I knew how. And then we turned it on, and man, oh man, did you guys come saying, I have to invite one person at a time? I've got Facebook. I want to post a link. I want people to be able to come in and join me. Why am I being charged coins for this? I'm going to jump on that in just a minute. We're building it better. When we turn on enrollments back on, we're going to have a mass invitation link where you can post it, where you can put it wherever you want. Everyone coming through there are going to be able to be enrolled to you.
Have you tested it?
Yes.
Now, here's the question.
Just wondering, because I've already tested it.
Doesn't mean I'm turning it on right now. But
Can we give, and I know we're not going to give anything we don't know for sure, so if we can't, we can't. Can we give an idea of when we hope to open enrollments? We can't give an exact date. We won't be held to if we say this is an idea of approximately, because for some
I will
people...
get shocked if I say anything right
Okay.
now.
I was hoping you'd say that.
I will get shocked.
I'm just asking because I know as an affiliate, it's like, okay, is it a day? Is it a month?
Yeah.
Is it 2 months? Is it 6 months?
Okay, so we certainly hope it's a lot sooner than a month. We certainly hope.
Okay, we got
We
something.
hope.
I'm trying for you.
Okay.
I know more information that I can't divulge so that he doesn't beat me up because he's a lot bigger than me. Look at those biceps. So I am trying. So I got a lot sooner. Did you hear a lot? Is the hope that a month, but there's no set thing and I appreciate that because be straightforward.
I don't like
It is what it
qualifying
is.
statements, but the side of that is we have a team of people who took all of your feedback. We had customer service with so many tickets come in. Mass invitation link, mass invitation link, mass invitation. We were getting calls. Everyone's like, I need to do better.
Text, email, everything.
If we're gonna hit, I wanted to be able to get all these amount of people enrolled right before March. If we're gonna be able to do that, I assumed I'd be able to invite a lot of people all at once. I got a whole list of people to send this out to. We took that and we improved it. Now, I do want to put out there, the old system where you can invite from your phone one or even a group. When you click invite, you choose multiple people. That is still there. That will still continue being there because who you guys are, this 300,000 we have right now, that's the world you've lived in. But the people you're going to bring in by mass invitation have not lived in this world. And when we hit millions of people, you're going to have people like me who've never done it, who just want to open up, invite a few friends to be able to make some extra money and to enjoy life. And they don't care where they're at in a tree. They have no idea what a tree is.
Yeah.
They just want to be able to easily invite people. That system's still going to be there for those people, for the people who don't know yet. But for you, we have created a new system. In the app, you'll be able to create your invitation link. You'll be able to share it through multiple different platforms. It's awesome. Now, with that, there are still coins attached. This goes back to apps and Google and Apple and our partners. Here's what coins do. They don't have any monetary value. You can't redeem them for anything. They are not for use of anything except for use inside the app. That is one of the qualifying things that we have to have in an app is a virtual currency used for actions inside the app of sending invitations. We're going to... I'm not going to say that.
Yeah.
We've got really cool stuff coming.
Spill it.
No.
I'm going to be the good guy
really cool
today.
stuff coming inside the app that will also use these coins. Right now, I know, it's like, wait, but I got to have coins to be able to invite people, but there's not inventory to be able to invite people. We're working on solving that. It may be that right now, we just have to give you coins to be able to use. Don't quote me on that. I'm not guaranteeing that. There's my qualifying statement. We're going to do the best we can to make you successful with the systems that we have. But we listened to you. We're improving on our system, the way it works. It may not be the exact same way you're used to. It won't be the exact same way you're used to, is what I should say. But it will work, and it's going to be awesome. And so we thank you for the feedback. We thank you for all the stuff you've come to us with. Some were in frustration, some were in patience. Both. We care about your opinions. You are what create us, and we need you to help us build this. Okay, anything else on that? Did I cover that pretty well? Am I in trouble now? No? We're good?
You're close.
It was close. I almost spilled the beans.
I wasn't going to say I tested it. It's awesome. It works.
Okay, so free members. Darren, you want to take free members?
Do I want to?
Will you answer anything about free members?
Okay, so free members. We don't have free members right this moment. You guys know that. But a free member will only join if they have a reason to join, meaning the points, and the points have to be used for something. So with these benefits that we have coming soon, there will be a way for them to earn points. We can't have free members come in until we have that thing dialed in. Meaning the points, you guys already saw the redemption center. We have that built. Put the cart before the horse on that one. So we have the redemption center built. We thought we had the points, but no. With the benefits, these benefits that have been mentioned, we are going to have some type of points attached to it. Then a free member can join. So until we have that dialed in, please know that free members will come soon, but after we get our benefits in.
So let me clarify free members. Free members are those who are not placed into the affiliate tree
Not
structure.
in the tree at all. Yep.
They don't hold an affiliate placement. Those free members are attached to who enrolled them. When it gets turned on, when we can have them, they are not put into the affiliate tree. I'm clarifying this because right now we got a large group of people who are in the affiliate tree who haven't paid. Those are not free members.
No.
Through whether hiccups in the system, through getting in and not upgrading the app, whatever it is, if you have a login, if you're here, you're an affiliate. Yay! Awesome. Okay? To become the ability to get paid to some of the benefits, you're going to have to pay the $50. You're going to have to do that. That $50 helps the company create new and better apps, create new and better systems for you to be able to work. It's part of becoming a member. I mean, an affiliate, sorry. It's part of becoming an affiliate. You have to pay that. We know there are lots who are trying to pay and have not been able to. We are working on that. Do not be fearful that because you haven't been able to pay, even though you were trying to pay, that we're going to take your spot away. We're not doing that. We're working with everybody who has a spot, who hasn't paid yet, to be able to get you active and to be able to get you paid. Right now, everyone's active if they've got an account. But there are pieces of the system you can't use if you haven't paid to upgrade. If you have not paid, you are still an affiliate. Free members are not yet active. We don't have a date for free members yet, but we are super excited because that's going to be the lifeblood. There are a lot of people, again, that I was talking about who don't know what a tree structure is, who don't know MLM, or who are kind of afraid of network marketing. But they still want to earn points. They want to get free stuff. They want to do a little bit of work here and there. We'll get them in. But for those of you who are in for free right now, we're working on getting it so that you can pay, so that you can upgrade. You will be required to upgrade if you want to be a full-fledged affiliate in the future. We'll figure that out. If you decide, I don't want to be an affiliate, we'll work that out too and be able to transition you into a free member instead of an affiliate if that's the decision you want to make. Great?
We Q&A yet?
Okay, points we talked about, enrollments we talked about, free members. Okay, I think we open it up to Q&A.
Come back to that if we miss something.
Yeah, let's do that. Okay, we're gonna start with row 1. First person raise their hand. Raise it, go.
Okay. What's a bundle going to look like? What is your goal? I know you can't give exact. What is your goal for payout on a bundle? And approximately how much time do you have a goal for that to take an affiliate to do?
Okay.
I'll take that. A bundle. What does a bundle look like? So what that is daily actions that you're going to take. Whether that be watch videos, whether it be apps, whether that's a review, whether that's a survey. It's going to be a combination of activities that you do for a day. That's the bundle. Real simple. Every day will be different. Maybe one day you only have 2 activities. Maybe another day you have 25. All right. So every day is just going to be your daily activities. That's a bundle. Second question. You have 3 questions. So
what's it goal on the payout?
What's a payout? We will not commit to that. I had all my contracts. I had everything.
Yeah, we will. As much as possible.
Yes.
I mean, because we don't know, right? So as much as possible, you're going to keep continuing.
I had contracts. I had the exact answers until we broke all the rules and my contracts changed. So, yes, as much as possible. And we're actually have, on the entire business development, we have a game plan to hit certain targets per the amount of members. We haven't addressed that. We haven't told anyone that. But we're trying to dial it in right now, depending on the number of affiliates we have in each region.
And the bigger the network and the more proven the network is, the easier it is to go to these partners, right, with leverage and be able to get paid more. So it's that's the goal, is continue to get accurate information, get us to do things accurately as affiliates, right? Whatever that is, those activities are, so that we have more information for those third-party partners.
I'll go back to the original goal of the company, is to help 1 million people make $500 a month. So we have to figure out how to help someone in 30 days make $500, and that is our goal. That's what we're driving towards. Everything's based around that.
The bundle allows us to organize the type and the amount of actions that somebody does in a day and give it to them in a system that will let you maximize your time here with Divvee. It also helps us with our advertisers. Our advertisers don't want to pay to have you watch the same video 20 times in a day. They want new people watching their videos. They want new people taking their surveys. And so we need to get better at how we deliver that content. And that's why we've come up with this idea of a bundle. And it's going to be a work in progress throughout the year. I mean, as we roll in new advertisers and as we organize that, the goal is to give you a daily amount of actions that allows you to maximize what your return on time is and what your return on investment is every day.
And the last, sorry, on that, one of the other main benefits that come from the bundle is we recognized when we turned on in February and we let people get in there, is you really didn't know what to do. You didn't know how you could succeed. And so by providing the bundle, it provides us a way to say, here's what you need to do today. If you do this, you're going to succeed. Rather than, do I watch 1 million videos right now? Or do I take a survey? Or do I do this paywall thing? What is it? We're creating this in a way so that it gets delivered to you on a daily basis in the app. When you log into your app, it opens up and you get to see, here's what I need to do today. If you don't do all the actions in that bundle, that doesn't mean you don't get paid for the things you did. It just means that we can't guarantee what you're going to get paid. It's going to be, we're working our best to provide you a system. If you're, other network marketing, it's, okay, you go sell this many bottles of magic glue, you're going to get this much commissions, you're going to get this much stuff, here you go do it. Sell 500 bottles of glue, you're going to make this much. That's what the bundle is. The bundle is, do this, here's an action for you to do, and we're delivering it to you in a way so that you know what to do each day.
If you're part of the test group, you'll notice there's explanations going out explaining exactly what to do. Is because we're experimenting with all the different things we're putting in the bundle.
And it's a lot better than glue.
Yeah.
A lot.
Even
Magic glue.
Magic glue.
Sorry, don't sniff it.
Okay, who's next? Let's bust through this Q&A.
Yeah.
We're
Okay,
already
here we
at
go.
an hour, guys.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, payments.
Short answers.
We talked about the first payment will be month after, and then after that we'll be getting paid.
Simple answer, Koki.
Yes.
The question is, the second we get paid, we pay the following Friday. Most advertising partners do a month end, take all the actions, and then pay us. They do it because of the things we just did. When we broke all the rules, they were able to say, "Oh, we changed it because you did that." Had they paid us on by week, then they would have got we would have scored a bunch of money, and they would have got a bunch of bad marketing. So they always average it after the month and then pay us. Every single partnership we have is different. The majority are monthly, some are weekly. So we've just committed that the second we get the cash, we pay the following Friday.
So when are people paid next?
The next one, we're getting totals for the month of March, and we
April
have
21st.
There you go. There you go.
April 21st.
April 21st.
All right.
Yeah, because we put the 15th. Yeah.
I'm trying to get hard information for you guys.
I already
I'm
asked.
trying.
I already asked the CFO that could be delayed if for whatever reason our advertisers don't pay us when they.
And then eventually after that is to try to get it where it is more on a regular basis weekly. But the next one is April 21st. I know that's the most important question.
Okay. Another one, just what you do personal, the activities that we do personal, how are we going to get paid? Are we going to get paid only by coins or points?
Depending, okay? With the benefits that we're providing, we still haven't put the points behind it. The goal is to put points to the benefits, all right? You need to remember, you can never get paid for your own activities. It violates everything with Google and Apple, so you can't. It violates marketing, basic marketing network affiliate agreements that we have. It violates it. So we have to figure out a different way. We've always offered the coins and the points to get around it, and we have to. That's the only way we can continue. Now, what your team does is different. It's just like an affiliate agreement. If I send out a certain service or link, then I can get a commission. So we play by the rules. So everything you do personally is always going to be points or coins. Always. Or divvy givvies, where you don't get anything.
But someone gets it.
Yeah, Juan.
Okay, Juan.
Okay, one of the main, I'm talking for many people that is right now, you guys, when you don't want to say dates.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, people don't, people want to know dates. Of course, you guys right now was enough clear that you don't want to give a date and miss it. But at least I think we deserve, all companies have a plan. 30, 60, 90 days, 6 months, a year. But where we got some goals, some targets, where we get it done.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm talking about probably you guys can be conservative, like you say, bro, a month? Well, probably we're going to hit it before a month. That's a good idea that probably it's not going to take us a month to get there, but at least we got an idea that in April is going to be open again, the registrations. Now, what I'm talking about is many people asking, okay, what about those people that you mentioned already, Lance, about the countries that are already ready? I mean, what they can expect, because they knew that you guys make a trip and it's going to be just a thing. Now, with those benefits that you mentioned, Darren, about that are coming, we know we can open many countries just for the benefits. Now, can we get a better idea if it's going to be, let's go say 30, 60 days, or say January 1st, 2018, but we can get an idea where really we're going to be there in some things. And we got many things that we was been talking about. Is there any way to get like international expansion?
Okay, so let's get questions faster too.
Yeah, we're at over an hour right now.
Yeah,
Go ahead fast.
So the answer to that is, the simple answer is, yes, we're going to work on that. But our first priority is to build that faith, because up to this point, we've said dates, and we haven't followed through with those dates. So even if I say a date in a year from now, and who's gonna believe that? And so the number one thing is right now we're working on short-term goals and then being able to deliver that. So yes, we will work on being able to provide dates in the best way we possibly can that are also not going to be things we can.
And as soon as we know them, of course, we would want
Yeah.
everybody to know,
We will.
because then you know. It's just until we know for sure, there will not be given a date. They'll just be given of what the process is and what we hope for, estimations, right? And then as soon as we can know that, hey, it's going to be within a month or two, absolutely. Company would love nothing more. And we know that you are all putting your reputation on the line with your friends and family, and you're talking about what's coming. We get that. We feel that. And so now it's like, oh yeah, it could be another month. It could be 6 months. We know how hard that is. We feel that responsibility to get it done as soon as possible. And that's why it's good to have these conversations, because we're working really hard, because that helps out the affiliates, that helps out corporate, that helps out everybody.
Okay, short course.
So the benefits. There's a reason why we're bringing certain benefits in, because it does allow people to grow their teams internationally and gives them real value. I'm not going to sit here and say, hey, let's go launch a country because we thought rank and share was going to work. It didn't. It fell apart. We broke it, all kinds of things. But now with the benefits, at least there's value to validate the sign-up fee. Or not the sign-up fee, the in-app purchase for right now.
To validate the
Okay,
purchase.
you have one other short question? Go.
The 21st, April 21st, what are we going to get paid on?
See?
It's a good question.
It's the enrollments if we were to turn it back on.
Well,
The
so
in-app purchase.
yeah, so
In-app
the
purchase.
in-app purchase, and then anybody that didn't get paid they didn't complete their profile, they didn't do the GPG, that will be our next payroll.
Okay.
Yep.
Dave, you have a question? I'm just gonna go around the room real fast.
A couple things. People in other countries are asking, are we still banking for them for the future? Or are we banking for them? Like meaning,
Okay,
activities
so
they've done,
yeah, you're right.
and so forth.
So I'll tell you, I'll answer it as CEO. Okay, we keep track of every single record. Every country has different rules. We found out we cannot make promises that we're banking in certain areas, especially without license, because then we get slammed. So what we've had to do is say, okay, per country, we will announce when we know exactly. You said we're opening in Mexico, right? So we know in Mexico we can say a certain thing. There are countries that we thought we could bank. If we say we can bank, we're toast before we get a license.
What does banking mean so that some that don't understand can...
What does it mean for you? And say it loud.
When somebody does an activity or enrollments, fast start, whatever we want to call that, an upgrade app, whatever. What I'm just asking is like if they were going to make $1, is that being banked for a future time to be paid out?
So the question, if you didn't hear, is are we keeping track of the activities? And the answer is yes, we're keeping track of the activities.
In countries that aren't open, that hope to open.
We're tracking everywhere.
Yeah, we track everything.
We know everything that everyone has done. If it's possible for us to pay you on the actions you have done up to now or before your country is live, we will pay those. If we can't, we're going to let you know. But we are tracking all of it. And we will announce that.
And each country's different, so as we start to roll out these countries, we'll give you a game plan and the answer for that country. But to do this as a blanket statement for, are you banking? The answer is no.
Okay.
Blanket? No. When we start getting specific for that country with the rollout,
Maybe.
we'll address it.
Great.
That's,
Okay, gift cards. I mean, there's people that got on board just to, they don't want to sponsor anybody. Is that going to be possible down the road?
So when you say they don't want to sponsor anybody, what do you mean by
personal actions. They want to get compensated for
They'll
personal actions.
do
Yes, so that's-
rank and share, but
That is a big part of what we've promised and plan on delivering and are building as part of Divvee. Today it's not possible. That's why we're not talking about free members. But we are working to that end so that somebody can get compensated, earn points, and redeem towards gift cards in the redemption center in the back office. So that will come, but today it's not possible.
And again, it's not a blanket statement because some countries allow us to do it and some countries don't.
And some advertisers allow us to do it, and some advertisers don't. So it's not a blanket statement, but we are working to be able to fulfill that. Today we cannot.
Okay,
So
Christian?
what are you guys doing to ensure compliance issues with so many people? Because compliance is always a nightmare for us too. Because if you guys are vulnerable,
Well, the first thing I'll tell you on compliance, and then Preston can answer, is we need your help when you see something that isn't compliant. The affiliates help to become compliant. That's where the best companies always have the affiliates helping to monitor. So you need to submit that information to us. That will help us a ton because you guys are the eyes and the ears, right, in the field that see what's going on and what's not. So that would be the first.
It can really affect everybody.
Oh,
Yeah.
totally.
Right.
Even though I'm
yeah.
an affiliate,
So
I'm
that-
not corporate.
Yeah, that's a challenge
I do
to all of
something,
you.
and
It will
can
help us a
really
ton.
Screw over a lot of people.
Yeah, and that's what's been posed is it hurts all of us when people are communicating this improperly. It hurts all of us. So the first thing, and before Preston answers, we're looking to you for your help to submit to us anything that isn't compliant, anything that's exaggerated, anything that's false, anything at all. That will help us tremendously.
Is just to add to that, are there people? Can you ask whoever's watching right now to take down or whatever I don't know what it is.
Right. That's what I'll jump on right now. We realize that one of the largest reasons why we have such a large compliance issue is what I hit on before when we talked about marketing stuff. You had to make your own stuff. We realize that. So we will deliver what we can on marketing material. But the other side of that is the reason why there hasn't been people getting hugely terminated or shut down or suspended because of their non-compliance. Our legal team has been going through what we can and can't do. This goes along with using the Divvee brand. You guys have been using the Divvee brand as affiliates to be able to market. Well, the problem with that is that then everyone's confused. What's real, what's not. So we'll be providing you an affiliate Divvee brand for you to use because you want to tell people who you are, where you work, what you're doing, but we also can't have it be presented as corporate. There are many, many YouTube pages, Facebook pages, websites. People have gone out and just bought in all different domains. We can't go buy all the domains, guys, to protect the Divvee name. We can't. There's too many. And so we need you to make sure you're not doing that stuff. But understand, we have given warnings for months that this is coming. The corporate compliance gauntlet is coming down hard. If you're non-compliant, because if you're not, you know who you are. It's ridiculous. You know what you're doing is non-compliant. If we find it, we're not just shutting your stuff down. We're shutting you down inside of Divvee. And when we talk about non-compliance on YouTube or Facebook, if you have a non-compliant group page or you have a non-compliant brand, it's just like Nike, right? Nike comes out and says, Facebook, boom, they're using my brand. What happens? That person is shut down all the way. Like, you don't get on Facebook. So take your stuff down before I find it, because it's coming. Okay, Bart?
So what I get from a lot of my team is they don't like we're close. It's coming. Oh, it's exciting. What we got's coming is exciting. And then you leave it right there.
Yep.
We can handle, if you give us a goal, our goal is to have enrollments up by XYZ. We can handle that. But we hate the, it's close. We hate being left in suspension. We need to know what to expect, and we're good if you miss it. At least I am, and most of my team. We're okay.
The challenge with that is if we give you a hope or a goal, hey, we're going to have this ready by April 15th, affiliates turn around and say, yeah, April 15th, it is good. And then oh yeah, checks are coming on April 15th. They're not even open. We got to be better about delivering on time.
Is it still
But
going?
we need something. We need to know something.